What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to WWE 13 on the PS3. Still in that Austin era attitude mode. Steve Austin, do love Unforgiven. Win the match, the attitude moment, hidden objective, win by pinfall. What's good, and welcome to a fine Tuesday here, Daddy-O. Have mercy on this fine Tuesday here on the program. Welcome! There are things from Raw, but obviously, before that, there are other things to discuss here on the show today. First and foremost, they have finally concluded and thrown out the concussion lawsuit, the class action concussion lawsuit with like 50 ex-superstars that had filed, that was kind of in the courts for a while now, has finally been completely won by WWE. Now, obviously, we brought back Daniel Bryan, and we brought back the Curb Stomp. Oh, it's not called that anymore. It feels like they already knew this was the inevitable conclusion, and so they've been slowly bringing back things they kind of scaled down during the height of that lawsuit being public as a publicly traded company and whatnot. So I guess kudos for that. Here's the champ, Old Stone Cold, fighting Dude Love. Anyway, in other, I guess, more negative news towards the company, we have, and I mentioned this in yesterday's video, there was a video taken by a fan after the main event of Hell in a Cell, where the audience in attendance had a very particular chant they were chanting after being annoyed that the Hell in a Cell was ruled a no contest. And that chant was, "This is bullshit." You get the idea, right? Now, that video made a bunch of news headlines and a bunch of, wrestling blog news type sites, and it kind of, got a lot of traction, because obviously there was a large portion of the fans who were annoyed at the conclusion of that match. That video is no longer on YouTube. It has been taken down for violating the terms of service. And I'm like, as someone who does YouTube and has been doing it for a long time and has put up videos every day and has certainly gone through that TOS, that video did no such thing. So you know that they manually, WWE had that video taken down manually because they're salty about it. For a company that just last week said, "Oh, we listen to the fans." It's like, are you listening? Are you hearing that? So yeah, they want to continue to alter the negative perception and pretend that it never happened. But you can't stick your fingers in your ear forever, even with these multiple billion-dollar TV deals, even announcing another show in Saudi Arabia. Come on now. If you want to make the argument that, oh, all fan cam videos get shut down because they're not supposed to be filming, right? And I'm like, yeah, but there are so many positive ones that stay up on YouTube that get plenty of news that don't go anywhere because they're positive. But as soon as this thing hits, it's gone within 2 days? Are you serious, bro? So that was totally corporation helping a corporation and, abusing their takedown rights and that kind of thing. Like, look, they are certainly within their rights to have that taken down. But if that's the case, then all of them should be taken down. Every single one, even all the positive ones, should be taken down. So, at least, if you're going to enforce the rules like that, enforce them across the board, not just the ones you don't like. Seriously. Anyway, it's just absolute BS on their part. So yes, this is BS. 110%. So, you already know. Anyway, so yes, as I just alluded to there, they have announced another show in Saudi Arabia on the 2nd of November, which we kind of already knew. That was kind of already the rumor. Having gone on for at least a month now, that was the show. And the interesting timing on that is it is a mere 5 days after Evolution. So 5 days after honoring the women's evolution of the company, you're going to have a show that features no women because Saudi Arabia. So how much of Evolution was planned in accordance with backlash from the last show in Saudi Arabia? How much of that was a thing? For as much as they want to seem progressive. Anyway, on that show is why we had the nonsense ending of Hell in a Cell with Roman and Braun, is because Brock is working that show in a triple threat match. Now, I don't foresee him being on TV to build that match because he's Brock Lesnar, but that is the announced match for that show. for the title, etc., etc. And the rumor is that Brock getting paid a cool 7 figures. 7 figures. So over $1 million to work a 20-minute match and ideally get pinned, because you want to keep both Roman and Braun looking strong, so you would have him get pinned. He's getting paid $1 million. I don't think he cares. Brock likes one thing, and that's money. Getting pinned for him is inconsequential as long as you're paying him. So there is that bit of business. And also, on that show, which is even funnier, also, we have the announcement of a tournament. A World Cup tournament. And I'm like, that's King of the Ring, you guys. It's King of the Ring, but you can't call it King of the Ring, because apparently that's blasphemy to call anyone else a king in Saudi, because you already have actual kings there. You have actual royalty. If you recall, there was some concern before the greatest Royal Rumble as to whether Jerry the King Lawler could be called that in that country without getting arrested. So, thankfully, cooler heads prevailed there, but it is certainly a thing to be worried about. So you're having this World Cup to have the best in the world and whatnot, and it's King of the Ring, you guys. It is 100% King of the Ring. So, I mean, look, I like a good tournament, and I like King of the Ring. But as we proved with, what was it? The greatest Royal Rumble, that winning that thing, oh, here comes Vince, winning that thing is completely pointless, inconsequential, and does absolutely nothing. So it doesn't matter. It's a glorified house show. And yes, they're going to build stories toward that house show, but it's still, like, when the actions of your pay-per-view, of your network special, don't actually impact the rest of your programming for longer than, say, a week, then it's a house show. Because where's Braun's green belt? Like, obviously, they broke the trophy, but winning that Rumble didn't give him anything. It wasn't like, alright, you win and then you get a shot at a belt. No, it gave him nothing. Nothing. So what was the point? What was the entire point of any of that? Anyway, Dude Love here, certainly giving me my money's worth in this match. So that was kind of the news going on today. Where is my attitude moment? Where is it? Where is it? Like, what has to trigger the attitude moment? It's attitudinal. Like, Vince is out here, so what in the blue hell is the deal? Foley, what's the deal? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, how much damage has to happen to Foley to make this match, you know, make sense? I don't know. Perhaps a second stunner? Perhaps another stunner? There it is. There it is. Square. Every time, the third time, it is a ref bump. It's the third time. All right. What is the hidden objective? What is the? You gotta tell me, game. You gotta tell me what the hidden objective is. Is Foley gonna is he? All right. He's talking to Vince. He's talking to Vince. Hey guys, what you talking about? Get a chair. Get a chair. What the hell was that? All right. Get in a chair. Ref didn't see it. It didn't happen. Hey, dude. Oh, Vince, right in the dome. And here's to ya. And then get back in the ring. And win by pinfall. Here's to ya. Yeah, go look at Vince. See how he's doing. Foley. They can talk all they want. Yeah, don't turn your back on the Texas Rattlesnake. It's not going to be good for you. I guarantee it. Neck breaker. So eventually this referee's going to wake up. I would hope. I would hope. Referee, you want to just stop being so sleepy? I'd appreciate that. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. The Rattlesnake is doing the elbow drop. The Rattlesnake is doing the stunner. Stunner! And then we still have a sleeping official here. So if I pin the dude... Oh, okay. It goes into a cutscene. Referee is still down. Who rang the bell? Did he count? Unclear, but okay. Sure. Oh, stick! Oh, stick! That may cost him big time. And now we have the same match again with the inclusion of Mr. McMahon as the special guest referee. Alright, over the edge with the, yep. Hey, Vince. Grapefruits. Anyway, moving on to Monday Night Raw from last night. We have additional announcements for the Super Showdown, and plenty of the show was building those matches at the Super Showdown. Now, obviously, that's kind of backwards, right? Normally, you have two characters interact, you build a feud, then you announce the match at the pay-per-view and or network special. This time, it seems like most of these matches got announced beforehand, and then you had to go through Hell in a Cell, and then now you're building the matches to like, that's so backwards. So entirely backwards. But we did find out that Mayor Kane will be in the corner of his brother, Taker, at Super Showdown. That show's on a Saturday, so surely he's not going to be at work, but it's still a long flight from Knox County, Tennessee, to Australia. Kane, you just got elected mayor. Kane, you should be doing your job, Mr. Jacobs. Like, that seems insane, and that further gives into the rumor that we're going to have a tag match in Saudi Arabia between Taker and Kane versus HBK in his in-ring return and Triple H. So, that furthers those rumors. It fuels them quite a bit. And I guess we'll see. Personally, I would have hoped that Shawn would have stayed retired, but it's just like Ted DiBiase always says, everybody's got a price, and somebody's got to pay. If they're paying Brock a cool $1 million plus for that show, they will surely pay a lot of money for the in-ring return after almost a decade of Shawn Michaels. That to me is a big deal. A big deal. So, but also, having them book this thing between Triple H and Taker as the last time ever, and then they have a tag match a month later, it's like, alright, last time ever in a singles match. Stupid. Stupid. Anyway, also on Raw, if you aren't paying attention to Lio Rush, are you now? Because good God, that dude is quick and quite impressive, and I am totally actually enjoying Lashley now with the addition of Lio Rush. That just, it works. It works really well, and that's cool. I'm digging it. I am totally digging it. Dude! My man. Anyway, also on Raw, the return of Nia Jax from being injured, or rehabbing an injury, or whatever it was. So, at least, you know, some actual possible further competition for one Ronda Rousey, maybe, at some point. But they're definitely still involving Rousey and the Bellas, which means the rumor of Nikki fighting Ronda at Evolution becomes closer and closer to being a reality. We shall see what happens with that 6-person tag team match at Super Showdown. Again, when you have that many 6-person matches on a card, it's a house show. Anyway, Baron Corbin finally does what he should have done week 1 of being the GM, which is book himself into a world title match. When you are a heel GM and you are still an active wrestler, that's what you do. You book yourself into title matches and opportunities, and you try to stack the deck towards yourself. You keep losing, because that's, you know, well, that's just good storytelling, but that's how you should be handling that. So kudos on booking that bit of business. Now, SmackDown tonight is going to have Nakamura defending his U.S. title against Rusev, or Aiden, or some member of Rusev Day, apparently according to Paige on the Twitter. So, we shall see. But again, we are in full-on build mode to Super Showdown in like 19 days here, 18 days. It's the day after the game comes out. I'm not gonna watch it. It's 5 in the morning, the day after the game comes out. I don't have that kind of time to watch a long, glorified house show the day after the game comes out. The rest of the year's budget is very important to get a bunch of these videos up the day after the game comes out. That is tantamount for the success of this channel, is getting up that and not watching Super Showdown. So, I'm sure at some point I'll watch it, but definitely not at 5 in the morning, the day after the game comes out. Come on now. Poor timing. Poor freaking timing, man. But also, with AJ on the cover, and the game being out at that point, you could totally have him lose the belt at Super Showdown. And then perhaps have him win it back at SmackDown 1000. Just putting that out there. That could be cool. Also, give Joe the belt. There's that. I want to do my signature here. Dude! There it is. That's press. That's press. So, a moderate... I keep forgetting to close that menu. My bad. My bad. Hopefully we get more R-Truth and Carmella on SmackDown tonight. That is one of the best parts of the show right now. Alright, damage is now light. And I will have to sit here and taunt for a while. Oh, it's hot. Oh, Stone Cold busted open from a DDT. Viciousness. Viciousness. Reverse the thing. Oh, sleeper hold. Sleeper hold. Damage moderate. Pinfall. Cutscene.
Austin's got it. Austin's got this win. Mr. McMahon's not going to do it. If you touch him, you'll forfeit the title. How dare you to touch him?
Oh! Dude, love. You messed up, son. You messed up. Shouldn't have done that. Hey, just a dude. Pin Dude Love in 1 minute. That's not enough time. Pin. Okay, it's just pin. It's not get a pinfall successfully. It's just, hey, get your pin in a minute. Alright, that's easy enough objective. Get over here, you dumb son of a... 1, 2, 3. And, yep, here's Talia. Wait, was Austin not champion at that point? He said new. I forget that he lost the belt to Dude Love? That happened? I've forgotten most of the things that happened 20 years ago. No, it says, unsuccessful at getting the belt off of Austin and Unforgiven, he stacked the deck. So, Austin was still champion. That was the commentary botching it and calling Austin the new champion. Come on, commentary. Come on, Tony Chimmel. What are you doing here? That's not right. Here's your winner and still champion. Anyway, I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day. I'll see you next time right here on this channel, and I'm out.